Up next, we have a presenter that knows this stage well. Veenesh Dubois is an actor, producer, and playwright. She is making waves in the Canadian theatre scene and has been getting 5-star reviews and standing ovations on stages across Canada. A Coquitlam native and very proud of it, Veenesh just recently performed here at the Evergreen Cultural Centre in the spring. Let's welcome her up.
My village is my world, full of magic and beauty. In the morning, the sun shines on me, and all the trees in the orchard, mango, banana, coconut, pineapple, papaya, all hanging their delicious fruit for me to steal. The banana tree is behind our house, and it takes over our yard. My grandfather cuts the whole stalk of the unripe banana, brings it inside the house, and puts it under the bed for it to ripen. When I go to sleep at night, I can smell the bananas, and I can't wait to eat it. There's a big mango tree in our yard too, but it doesn't have any fruit. But we like to sit under it and talk with all of our friends. Biju, Kuki, Kiran, Ow! Every Sunday afternoon, my grandmother likes to sit here with her friends and take out all the little black bugs out of my hair when my head scratches. She goes through my hair like it's a dark jungle, and she is the great hunter. Ha, ha, ha. It took leaving my home in a small village and returning to it years later, to find my true calling in life. My name is Veenesh Dubois, and I am the writer and performer of the award-winning play Under the Mango Tree. My father immigrated to Canada in 1970, leaving his family behind and taking with him only a dream in his pocket and bravery stitched into his borrowed jacket and a few dollars to sustain him. He wanted to give his family a better life. My grandparents took care of me, and I lived a happy life in a village waiting to join my family in Canada one day. In 1974, I left my village to come to Canada. It was a big event. 30 people came to the airport to see me off. I think it was an excuse for them to wear their best saris and suits. Life in Canada was very strange, especially when you didn't speak a word of English and you ate dal and rice with your hands at recess, and the kids laughed at you and said, "Ew." Fitting in at school was hard. I think my sister Rajeshwari and I were the only brown kids on the block. We had big lips, unruly hair, ugly clothes, and stunk of curry, only to find out years later that it was all in fashion now. When I hit puberty and started to look good, my parents freaked out when I asked them if I could go out on a date. Thinking that they had to protect their daughter, they did what any traditional Indian parent would do. Dun, 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 marry her off. When I turned 16, my mother took me to Fiji, and I had an arranged marriage to a boy I hardly knew. He was 4 years older than me, a man. After the marriage, my mother told me I had to remain with him until I was old enough to sponsor him to Canada. That meant that I couldn't come back home and finish school. I was just entering grade 10. I had a baby at 17, a divorce at 18, second marriage at 19, second child at 21, and another divorce to follow at 22. Not so lucky in love, some would say. But I was lucky to have my kids by my side, waitressing job, a basement suite, and a new lease on life. Having written off men, I was surprised when I met someone who would change my life forever. My husband Ray knew my potential and encouraged me to go back to school and pursue my dream to become an actress. At 30 years of age, with a full-time job and now 3 children, I managed to graduate theater school and started to work in film and TV right away. Although I was having success working as an actor, there were some deep-rooted issues that was having an effect on my personal relationships. I instinctively knew that it was my village calling me, and the secrets of pain lay there. I boarded a plane and returned to my village, and there I was that discovered why I was always so sad. I sat down under the tree and started writing, and I couldn't stop. Tears, joy, pain, anger, abandonment took over me, and the pen was a sword and paper flesh. This was a very cathartic moment for me, the one that I would never experience in my life. When I returned to Vancouver, I had a new purpose in life. I felt empowered by the experiences I had under the mango tree. I pulled all my notes together and started to write what would be my play, my life story. Under the Mango Tree debuted at the 2009 Vancouver Fringe Festival and was an instant hit. We went on to winning the coveted Pick of the Fringe. Since then, we have traveled to Toronto, Winnipeg, Saskatchewan, Edmonton, Vancouver, and Victoria. When I first set out to do a one-woman show, I was in constant fear, and the questions haunted me like, would I be able to do this? Was I good enough? Who would come and watch, and would they get their money's worth? But in the end, they loved me. As for tomorrow, I go on to my next project with the same fear and excitement I had day one. But as my husband says, fear is good, success is on the other side. I'll take that. Namaste.